Raheem Morris's press conference to me, he was talking about when asked about the scheming and game planning for New York and how they came up with it. And that was the question. But he gave some pretty shaky answers. But here's my reaction to those questions. Y'all take a look and I'll give y'all my thoughts afterwards.
I have a few questions on offensive scheme if you're ready for it.
Sure.
I think that everybody's talking about there was a serious uptick in play action, Kirk going under center. I know last night you said that a lot of the decisions involved accommodating Kirk. Is when you're saying those things, like, are you referring to that play action and kind of going under center looks?
Some of it, and those things that in that matter. Some of it's types of routes, but like realistically, I don't know if it was an uptick in play action. It was probably about the same, whether we're in pistol or whether we up under with the number of play actions.
Bullshit.
I think we got the really big explosive last night that we was able to get out of it. That was really turned into it. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me on what it was and all those type of things. It was like whatever the case may be. But like when you look at it from a defense perspective, really pistol and dot when we plan it on defense usually is the same thing. So every once in a while you have some teams that come out of pistols and they get drop back pass like we were able to do a la Tampa last year with Kurt or a la a couple games this year because it kind of hides some of your gun stuff that you want to do when you are passing. So like it just kind of matter of what you think you need in order to go out and win that football game. Some of the concepts, some of the things that we do with Kurt, some of the ways we're able to create the pocket for Kurt to, Kurt's going to be there.
Okay, if y'all got a certain set of plays for Kurt, what Kurt likes, what about Mike? Have y'all set up plays for Mike? Doesn't look like it because this was night and day for Michael Penix playing quarterback. But keep it going.
We know that. And so be able to make them nice and comfy and cozy in that pocket.
But Mike has only looked comfortable in a handful of games, but not as comfortable as Kurt looked against the Saints. And we talk about records and all of that, but the quarterback position, what I'm talking about, fuck them records. Keep going.
With some of the things we want to do in our protection schemes and things of that nature, I think all those things factored in. But it was like, how do we get the best version of all of our guys and all of our and our quarterback and find a way to go out there and get a win? And I got to give those guys a lot of complimentary work on what they did last week, being able to get those things, even changing personnel groupings somewhat more than we were accustomed to. And that wasn't because of Kurt.
Bullshit.
That was something that we wanted to do to make sure that we can get the best out of our guys.
Can you talk more about that with especially the 13 personnel and deploying it at the rate that y'all were yesterday? I mean, saw a lot of success doing it. But
Sure.
Was that something that y'all even pinpointed prior to this game, or was this a game-specific look that y'all were wanting?
This week it was pretty game-specific. There's a lot of different things that change up when it comes to those type of things. I think you've seen a bunch of different personnel groups, or more personnel groups this year than you even did last year, and it was kind of like game-specific on how you want to do it and how you want to deploy it. Whether you're talking about, Bijan being out as a wideout a little bit more than he has been in the past, and he's been able to do some of those things for us this year, or yesterday, whether it being 13 and getting those guys out there being deployed in different spots, whether it's Mooney, whether it's Seals, whatever the case may be. So I think it was really game-specific on the game planning that we want to have done for this week, and I think those guys. Again, kudos to Zach, kudos to all the guys that had a part to do it. Obviously, their coach, Koger, he was the coach of the day, having 13 personnel out there.
How much, looking back on last week, I know y'all talk to Kirk all the time about what he wants to do and what y'all want to do as an offense, but what were kind of those levels of conversation? Like, did Kirk come to y'all and say, hey, here's what I'm most comfortable with, here's what I would like to do, and y'all married it to what y'all had been doing with Mike? Can you kind of walk me through that process?
We have a system, and the system's been in place, when Kurt was here before. Obviously he was a starter, he was brought in to do those things, so we kind of know what it looks like, what that whole process looks like, what Kurt likes. So it doesn't go so far as the Kurt coming in saying what he wants, but we build a plan like we do every Tuesday.
Okay, now let me get this straight. Y'all built the plan in place for when Kurt got here, but y'all were using the same system with Mike Penix? That's a lie. That system that y'all gave Mike Penix was vanilla. It was high school. And to be honest, it's not even working for him. So y'all keep that bullshit to yourself.
Obviously Kurt comes in, he's able to have a lot of input into it. So when he comes in and we could say exactly what he likes, especially after we get some practice reps and do those things and go out there and look at it. And I love this concept, love this, love that, love this scheme, love being here, love this protection for these reasons. I like to do these things, and You know, it's just what you want to have with your quarterback, the ability to go out there and communicate, to make sure you get the best stuff across, and that's what they were to do this week. And I see it going that way moving forward.
Okay, those were his thoughts. And funny thing is, I had just done a live right before this press conference, and I actually talked about that. But here's my thought on the scheming and the game planning before even hearing this press conference, before it even came about. Take a look.
Play action passing under center. You see it when it happens. And I'm going to bring up, and I'm glad H.O. brought that up, man, because I'm finna put up this graphic, and some of y'all are going to be like, what the hell? But I'm telling y'all, look at this graphic right here. It's plain as day. Look at week 12 at the very bottom. At the very bottom. Week 12. Look at the percentages. Shotgun, 34.5%. Under center, 50%. So he was under center 50% of the game. And look at the previous weeks. Other than week 11, it's under 2%. Look at that. In the pistol, just 10.9%. He wasn't even in the pistol a tenth of the time. Think about that. So you mean to tell me that you can do under center and for one quarterback and you can't call plays for the other quarterback to be up under center? This is just coaching malpractice 101.
Well, that's all I have to say about it. Y'all know what to do, man. Drop them comments in the comment box and let me know what y'all think about these press conference questions. Drop them comments in the comment box. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And also hype your boy up. And until next time, I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Peace.